Hey y'all, welcome back. Tonight we have a cheesy chicken spaghetti. This is a very quick meal to come together. Once again, y'all know it's what I love. But I'm going to walk you through and show you how to make some cheesy chicken spaghetti and finish it off in the oven. So we'll join you at this step. Alright, so we have our pan heating up, just with a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of it. I'm going to add in about half of a medium chopped onion. Now I'm just using some onion that I've previously chopped up and put in the freezer. Again, I want this to be a super quick meal to throw together. I'm also adding in about a half of a chopped bell pepper also. Again, it's something that I've chopped up before, and I put these little baggies in the freezer just for things like this, where I can toss it in and get something cooking really quickly. So we're just going to let that soften in the bottom of the pan. I have the oven preheating to 350. And this pan can actually go from stovetop to oven. So if you're able to, this can almost be like a one-pot dish. I have pre-cooked our pasta, again, just to save time for the video, but I just did one package of spaghetti noodles. You can use fettuccine if that's your preference. I just prefer the spaghetti noodles. If the sauce would hold up, I would actually use the angel hair, but this sauce is a little bit thick for that type of pasta. So just pick a little bit thicker kind of pasta, like a fettuccine or a spaghetti noodle. So we're going to let that soften for a minute, and we're going to start working on opening up our other ingredients. So we'll have 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. Now you won't dilute these down to put them in. You'll just pour them straight in like they are. And then you're going to need a can of Rotel and about 2 chicken breasts shredded up. Or you can do like I did and have a rotisserie chicken shredded. Rotisserie chickens this year, like this whole COVID season, has really been my saving grace. They're easy, they taste good, they're cost effective. It helps a ton. I don't know what I would do without rotisserie chickens right now. Just opening everything up while this softens. Now you could add some extra things to this to really make it your own. Throw in whatever you like. But this is a good base recipe and just an overall comfort food. You can make this ahead too, and then take it for like a potluck or something. Down in the South, we have a lot of potlucks, and it's getting to be holiday season, so this would be something easy to cook and then just have available, so you can reheat it and go. Or you could even put it in a crock pot and let that last little bit of heating through be in the crock pot for work. Just let that keep cooking. So what we're also going to add to it is a little bit of garlic powder. My garlic powder is clumped up. And a little bit of onion powder. Even though we have some onion down in it, you can add a little bit of onion powder to it. Maybe about a teaspoon or so, just to give it some extra flavor. And we're really just waiting for those vegetables to sweat down right now. Now I have the fine minced onion powder, so you don't need quite as much for that. But you still want to make sure it's nice and flavorful. A little garlic clump smushed up. I love these type of recipes because they're just comfort foods and they're easy, and I just like food that makes people happy, and this is one of them. Now there's nothing calorie conscious about this at all. Alright, I'm going to start adding in. So we have our can of rotel. Don't drain it. We have 1 cream of mushroom soup. Now, if you have a cream of chicken, you could use that in here too. Any cream of soup recipe will work. Just know it's going to change your flavoring up a little bit. But you need that creamy consistency. And then we're going to add in half of a block of cream cheese. And get this kind of mixed around. We're going to turn our heat down just a little bit so we don't scorch our cheese. And just get it all kind of blended up. And we're also going to toss in a pound of Velveeta, which is either one of those small blocks or half of a larger block. Get that cream cheese kind of broken up. It's pretty softened right now. It's been sitting on the counter for a few minutes, but we still want to soften it up some more. So we're going to take our Velveeta and we're just going to cut it. I've already cut it into some slices, but cut it into some cubes so that it'll kind of scatter down in the pan and it'll melt a little bit faster. And do the other part. Very easy meal to do. Comes together very quickly. And you can always make a little side salad to go with this. Some garlic bread. Some roasted vegetables. Anything really would work with it. Again, if you're taking it for a potluck or even a Thanksgiving meal, if this is what you want to bring, just make it ahead of time. That way you get all the way up to this part, and then you just, once we get the noodles mixed in and everything, you just pop it in the fridge and save it for a day or two. Warm it up right before you go. Getting those cheeses all melted around. And we're going to start tossing in our chicken. So I'm just going to shred this up a little bit more just so it's going to be smaller chunks while that cheese melts down.
Meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Okay, y'all, so it looks like all of the cheese is melted and I've got all of the chicken shredded into it. So now we're going to toss in our spaghetti. and get that all mixed around. Now you don't have to worry about rinsing this again or anything like that. The sauce from the spaghetti will kind of break up the noodles, but you just want to coat it around. Or the sauce from the cheesy sauce, not the sauce from the spaghetti. But it will kind of break up the noodles. And toss in the last little bit. And get that all coated. And you see all the red and the green. It kind of looks like Christmas colors to me. Maybe I'm just in the holiday mood already. It looks like little red and green ornaments. Looks like we have it mixed pretty good. And just in case you were worried we didn't have enough cheese in here, we're going to top it with a little bit more cheese. Because who doesn't love cheese? Yep. So I have the tiniest bit left out of this bag that has a little taco seasoning in it, which this is less than a handful, so I'm not worried about the seasoning coming off into there. I just want to use that bag up and get it out of my fridge. And then I'm going to top it with what we have left of some cheddar jack also. I would suggest using a cheddar, especially a medium or sharp cheddar. I just think it would work best in this, but maybe about a cup. This is a little bit more than a cup just because, again, I'm trying to use up that of what I have, but this is what we've got, and we're going to put it in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes until it's nice and bubbling all the way through. Our cheesy chicken spaghetti is done. It took just about 20 minutes in the oven. It's all bubbly through, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is very, very cheesy. You can see nice and cheesy. And this makes a very large dish. So you've got plenty of chicken, cheese, and creaminess all the way through. But it's not too runny. Nothing that's really, it's all going to stick to the pasta. You're not going to have just a pool of sauce and cheesy juice at the very end. Now, as you can see, it just came out of the oven, and it's still very, very hot. So we're going to take a small bite. Perfect. So, what I forgot to tell you about your noodles is make sure you don't overcook them on the stove top. If anything, you want to just slightly undercook them. That way when they go in the oven, they're still cooking a little bit more. They're not going to come out gummy. So these soaked up that cheesy juice, and it really stuck all the way to the noodles. And it's just all the way through. You've got cheesiness. It's delicious, easy, quick to throw together, and it really doesn't take a lot at all. Hopefully you'll give it a try, and we'll see you next time. Bye.